Today on Grown Up Gamers, this is Z, and I'm going to show you where the element vein locations are on Extinction. There is a map on one of the wikis, and it is outdated. It's not current. So sometimes you'll see a vein there, sometimes you won't. Well, right here, there's a 10 and a 25 that spawn. It's usually a 10, every once in a while it's a 25. But as far as the wiki goes, it gives you a rough idea, but there's a lot of places on there where I've never seen a vein spawn, and there's some where there's some locations where they spawn and it's not indicated on that. This is always a 25 or a 50. This is one of the more common 50K spots. This as well. This is a 25 spot and a 50. And I'm gonna get out of here so these guys don't think I'm trying to steal their thing. That's the rib cage. If you ever hear me talk about the rib cage or something's near the rib cage, that's the rib cage. Alright, this spot right here is usually a 10. Occasionally it's a 25. I don't really run the 10s just because the Dilophosaurs are so small. They're kind of a pain in the ass to kill with a Giga. So a 10K takes longer for me than it does a 50K. And then just around the corner here is usually, there's a 10K here. I've never seen anything other than a 10K. Right here is a 10 or a 25. It's a pretty common location too. Occasionally, one spawns in that area right there, I think. But it's super uncommon. Right here spawns a 25, sometimes a 50. I think this is usually a 25 though. Alright, there isn't anything between here in this area that I've ever seen. But the Wikipedia has a couple little spots right in this area that it says that there are, and there's just, I've never seen one. Now this spot right here is very, very commonly a 50K. So you don't want to overlook it. It's more often than not, it's a 50, but it can be a 25. And this next spot up here, I have never seen it not be a 50. I'm assuming it could be a 25 as well because most of the 50s can be 25s, but in my experience, it's always a 50. And avoid the red lights. The red lights are bad. Don't go on to the side. They like insta-kill you. Alright, now we're going to hit the other side, the east side of the sanctuary. There's an OSD. There's a red one. Alright, now over on the east side of the sanctuary, there's a couple spots. This spot that I'm about to land at is I've always seen as a 10K. It doesn't pop up very often, but when it does, I've never seen anything other than a 10. Now, this upcoming spot is on the eastern side of the map. But it's usually a 25 or a 50, and it's probably one of the most common spawns there are. I feel like I run this location, if I go run veins, it seems like I'm going to run it every night. Alright, this is a 25 or a 50. This is also a location of a purple drop. And there's one more spot over here that's we're about to come up on where it's usually a 50K. I tend to stay out of the south side too much. I don't go much more west than this location right here because of the temperature. I run ghillie, but it's still hot. And if you're running a 50K for, 20 minutes or 25 minutes, and you're sitting there constantly overheating, you're gonna lose health, and it can get a little hairy. So I don't usually run any farther than this right here. Like this one right here, I've never ran this location right here. But that looks like a 25 right there. And that's the most common locations that I run. I know there's some more on the south side. There's some more out past the yellow sulfur area, but I don't know what kind of ghillie you need to actually go out in that heat, but I don't have it. So today is February the 23rd, so this is current as of now. This is Z with Grown Up Gamers. Like and subscribe for more videos.